the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jessy, Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taman.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
Hey, everybody, this is John Taman. I am the world's worst podcast host, and I hate football. I fucking hate it. I don't know why I put up with this shit. I really don't know why I fucking put up with it. It makes me feel goddamn miserable when shit doesn't go our way, and it really didn't go our way last night, and I fucking hate it. So really, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time bullshitting about anything today. Everybody in this room is pissed, including my dog over there, Jessy over there, good friend Jessy Martin from southeastern Virginia. I'm going to go play your intro music anyway. You can wave and say hi. Say hi. There's Jessy. There he is. There's Jesse's forehead and his glasses. There's part of his nose. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay, there he is. Hiding behind his pissed off Martin name there. Oh, you're pissed off.
Yeah, I would rather have.
Oh wait, keep music again. Sorry.
I would rather have 5 bulging hemorrhoids on each side of my ass cheeks.
Really? Well,
than deal with the loss that we dealt with last night.
attaboy.
Pathetic.
Ooh. Tell you what, that would hurt. Down here at the very bottom on right here. Max isn't here tonight. Tony's not here tonight. So we've just got it's just like the old days, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Scott,
I love the
first
old days.
Started having his streaks when he began to be the permanent special guest here on the show, and now that he's really kind of gotten famous, and the King's been to his town twice, renamed his city to the name the Royal Port of Barrow, which really what it means is, this is where Scott Hartley lives. He's kind of seen that he can't hang out with us. I mean, he gives us some ridiculous excuses, like I'm going to be at the bottom of the bay. But all right, anyway, there's our friend Scott right there. How you doing today? How you doing?
Personally, I'm very well. Watching this football team, I'm not so well.
Personally,
I don't appreciate being up at 4:30 in the morning watching this shite that was served out.
Yeah, but you should be used to it.
The thing that annoys me more is I take time off work for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
I mean, it's
should I just go to work?
Scott's boss is tipping his derby forward. Where's that goddamn hot lad? Must have been the Commanders game last night.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I tell you what, we're not going to bullshit too much about this. I'm just looking for my freaking sound effects real quick so I can get in there and make this sound like some sort of professional shit. All right. Fast first thoughts. Go ahead, Jessy.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Scott.
Woeful.
For me, felt it coming. All right. Jessy, go ahead and expand upon yours.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crushing loss.
Season crusher? Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Season's over with.
Well,
I wish I was being my, fake doom and gloomish kind of way, but listen, our defense can't stop anybody at all.
Right.
At all. We put too much pressure on Jaden to put the team on his back, and we don't have enough help for him. So when we make mistakes, we can't make up for them.
Okay.
Because nothing else is dependable.
Yeah, you got that right. Scotty, go ahead. What were you? You said woeful?
Yeah, I mean, the reason behind, I've got to agree off Jesse's point, we're too far behind in every single game.
Yeah.
To catch up.
Down.
It's always the first quarter. We start slow. We can't get it going. I mean, if you look at our record, it's win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, and then what's next week? We don't know. This is
going to be lost.
Yeah, well, I summed it up and I said, this is a team that is a serviceable team with a good quarterback. That is it.
Yeah,
It's
well,
average.
yeah, let's not ignore the injuries.
Every
They've
department.
been,
No,
we are hurt.
Do you really think, genuinely right now, Noah Brown, who is continually injured, Terry McLaurin, who, yes, he got his money, would he make a difference? Probably, absolutely. Would we win more games with him? I don't think so. I think we'd be in exactly the same position we are.
It's very possible. All right. For me, I said yesterday during the morning, I have PTSD. All right. And that I had nerves about this game that I couldn't shake all damn day long. I could just feel the old ghosts coming up. And people were reminding me we won 4 in a row on Monday night and all this other stuff. And we've been doing so well in the black jerseys and blah, 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 blah. And we went out there, and it just looks to me like a defense that you can go pre-Jack Del Rio. I don't give a fuck. You can go all the way back to Jim Haslett. We have always just looked completely fucking flummoxed by whatever the offense is doing. This defense steps onto the field, and the offense goes, all right, page 1 of the script. Oh, that worked like a fucking charm. We got so many plays left. Let's run it on the second and the third possession. It's beyond ridiculous how bad this defense plays. And it really Jesse, does it make any sense to you? How badly they are playing? Why are they?
And the funny thing about it is, Caleb Williams had a bad game.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game.
Still,
Great.
he still put up 250 or 36 yards or something like that. And he was awful. He was woeful. He was not good. He was
woeful. That's 3 times already in this show. Woeful has been said.
And the defense, they came in being the 31st ranked rushing team in the entire league. And they ran all over us.
Opened up.
And it's not. It is a funny thing because
we're coming through.
DeAndre Swift seems to only have good games against us. But do you not find that every back in this league seems to have a good game against us? When are we ever going to sort this run game out? It is horrible. It's been 2 seasons now where we still can't defend the run. And at times, we can't defend the pass. The only games we've beaten are against a beat-up O-line, a terrible Las Vegas side, and a Week 1 win where we were in attendance, and it was the Giants, and nobody knows what happens in Week 1.
Right. Well, I get it. That's the thing. Statistically, they were one of the better. I think they were the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL coming into this game. It was being trumpeted that's what they were, and that we were also the number 1 rushing offense, and that the Bears were 31st and
11th, I think.
Whatever they were, we didn't go anywhere with it. But I'll give them this: they gave it to Yeoman's try to run the ball. I'll say that. I always say you got to try to establish the run. You got to try to establish the run. And I'm all in for all of you that are joining us just now from social media or wherever you're coming from. Please come on over to YouTube right now. The fucking Gripe Fest is on. All right, and you're welcome to join us. Go ahead, have what you have to say here in the comments. Scotty will assuage you. He'll tell you that you're right, and he'll tell us if there's anybody worth talking to put up here. And Jesse will put you up on the screen. We'll feel it. All right, we'll do it together. But this is a free-form conversation, so we're going to go all over the damn place. And we've gone now from the defense to Bill fumbling. Yep. I am okay with them putting him right back in the game and giving him the ball again. But I want to see a little bit more of if he's not. I want to feed him. Yeah, feed. But they're keying on that shit and they're bottling it up. So let's see some of the hammer. Let's bring in some of the hammer. Bring in some Gonzalez or Rodriguez. Excuse me. I always do that. Bring in McNichols. Give him the hammer for a minute at least. And
I mean, the offensive line did not play well.
It doesn't matter. The defense is going to give it up.
Wiley was poor. Coleman was poor. Tunsil wasn't good. His worst. He had his worst game in a Commander's jersey for us. So, yeah, you're right, Jesse. It was awful from start to finish. Jaden seemed to be getting pressured every single snap without even a fault, without even having a step to move. There's only one time I think I saw that he got out to the side and you were like, right, okay, you can get out there and move. But at the same time, this is this defense, man. It totally and utterly it bothers me. It bothers me massively.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the same time, we hit a kick that freaking Gabe bounces off the fucking upright. We scored 27 points again. 27 points should win a football game in this league most of the time. All right. Mm-hmm. So
24
points. 20. We scored 24, right? Because he bounces one off the upright. We fumble the game away, and it's just
Jaden played an excellent game.
Show of hands, real quick. Just show of hands.
2 plays.
How many? all of you out there in the chat and everything, show of hands. Anybody wants to just put it up in the chat, whatever you want to say. Who thought when they fumbled, and the Bears jumped on it, that we were going to stop them?
Oh,
anybody?
No, the game was over.
No.
The game was over.
I mean, they were around midfield. I can't remember exactly where they were, but did anybody think that we were going to stop them? Anybody?
They were on the 40-yard line, like their 40-yard line.
Yeah.
There's no way we would.
They needed like 20 yards.
I disagree with you there, Jesse. I thought Jaden had a terrible game.
I'm missing Zane Gonzalez. What's up,
Are you
Zane?
kidding me? What do you mean he had a terrible game?
No, I thought he was poor. I really did.
Besides the interception and besides the fumble, he played an excellent game.
He fumbled twice.
Yeah,
he picked one up.
But even so, I thought he was quite poor. But he was,
I don't know what you're watching.
He was serviced by a poor offensive line, which didn't help him.
I thought other than the two mistakes, you got to go back and watch it again. He was good.
I will.
I don't think that he was any of the reason why we lost the game. I think that he was big reason.
The fumble, the fumble is the reason why we lost the game. He is absolutely the reason why he lost the game. I mean, we had the game. We had the game.
Gives up on one hit, one play. You want to tell me that Jaden lost the game because he fumbled the ball? Okay, well, what about the fucking piss poor tackle attempt on the sidelines of DeAndre Swift that just lets it run 50 yards for a fucking touchdown? What was he thinking? What was he?
We still came back
thinking he was hitting quarterback and going to push out of bounds.
We had a few minutes to run off the clock. We were moving the ball. It was a 3rd and 1, and Jaden fumbled.
Oh, I know, but nothing.
We had the game. We had the game in hand.
We did until it was out of his hands, and then he tried to
because that's what we have to do to win games. Because we know the defense is not. We need to come to realize. We need to come to grips with the fact that. The defense isn't going to stop anybody. It doesn't matter what they do until Quinn, which he's not going to do. Joe Witt is the absolute worst defensive coordinator in the National Football League.
Do you know how hard it is to only have 3 turnovers in 6 games? You have to be as bad as the fucking Jets.
And the way that our defense is built, you have to get turnovers to be successful.
That's the mantra of his. That's what he came in here trumpeting. He came in. I remember it distinctly. They brought him in for his fucking first press conference. All of the fucking brand new commanders, the guys with the big long trumpets and the fucking things hanging out. And he started talking about turnovers. We're going to make turnovers. We're going to force turnovers. You motherfuckers couldn't find a turnover if you were standing in a French bakery. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how you just can't get a bounce that can come to you. Nothing goes right. I'm watching Lattimore run across the field and absolutely look at Bobby Wagner and say, get the wide receiver. Here he comes. And Wagner's there's just no way, man. There's just no fucking way.
They have no idea what they're doing, where they're going. They're not prepared. We're just not putting them in any spot to succeed whatsoever. So I can't put too much onus on particular players for blowing coverages because it's blown before the ball is even fucking snapped.
Dude, I've been saying it, and Aikman was saying it last night, that the script just works against us. It doesn't make any difference who it is that comes in there. The script is going to work. I automatically write off the first fucking time. If that's why, you watch football most of the time of the last 5 years all the time. Everybody defers, right? On whoever gets the kick, whoever wins the toss, they defer. No, not anymore. Not against us. They take the fucking ball because they know they can ram it right down into the end zone using their script that the fucking guy can write up on the bus coming over to the stadium.
That's the terrible thing, isn't it? For all of us, we know it's like that you just can't stop that run no matter what. The worst running team coming into the game runs them off, and it's incredibly stupid. I've said it for weeks. You guys know that we need to practice tackling. It's going back to basics. And why are we not tackling? Luvu, Sandra Still, Quan Martin, Bobby Wagner even. They're not tackling. They're up high. They're trying to wrap up. They're not wrapping. They need to seriously go back to technique and understand the fundamentals of how you actually tackle a person. And fuck this ball is life shit. Forget this. I'm going to hit you so hard that we're going to dislodge the ball. We're going to get this. Just forget about that. Just put someone down. We're not doing that. Like you said before, the three things that turned this game, John, the 55-yard run from DeAndre Swift for a touchdown was inexcusable. I mean,
it was completely
Quan Martin, I've seen another play where he was completely lost. I don't know if he was spying Caleb Williams and he went to the right-hand side. You're like, what are you doing here? What is actually going on?
That tackle attempt was like he was playing with his 9-year-old niece two-hand touch on Thanksgiving Day and he didn't want to hurt her. That's what that looked like. What are you doing? He's not a quarterback, man.
Yeah. I will say this.
I got to play it. For Quan Martin's tackle.
The touchdown that Caleb Williams scrambled on and got blatant fucking hold. You could see the whole entire jersey. I don't know if it was Amos or
shirt. Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's a fucking hold. You know, I don't understand how the refs did not see that or the back judge.
Because you heard Aikman. Oh, it didn't impede his ability to tackle. Well, we're doing that ourselves, but it's still, if you got a foot of fucking fabric between the man's butt and the guy's fingers, he's fucking holding. I'll tell you, I hate these T-shirts. I am dead set against T-shirts. I am anti-fucking T-shirt, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't know how many times you see a back or a quarterback or somebody, and they just get grabbed by that goddamn thing.
Have you ever put pads on?
What's that?
Have you ever put football pads on?
I'll put football pads on, but you have to have a T-shirt hanging out the bottom of your ass. Tuck that motherfucker in.
They usually are tucked in.
Pulled out. Nowadays, they're all hanging out. You know how the kids are these days. I'm just surprised they don't have their football pants hanging around.
Get off my lawn, John.
That is a very old man comment, that one.
Right.
I don't like these T-shirts. I don't like these T-shirts. Too fancy.
All right, so let's get a little structure on in this. Offensively,
other than
Luke and Jalen Lane.
I mean, I thought that Ertz showed up for the first time in a couple of weeks. He had a couple of nice. The play that sprung Luke was beautifully designed. Everybody was wide open on the play. He could have taken his pick, and he picked the right one. Honest to God, I thought his interception was short. It's like if he'd have layered that over the top, it looked to me like that receiver had a good 2 steps, man. And if he'd have come over the top with it a little bit more, it might have got through there.
Yeah,
but he just looked like he just roped right over.
I thought it was a tad late. If he'd have
he was a little bit late on that.
A little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Deep, I don't know, because right after
that's a play we've seen Jaden make that play before.
Yeah, he was open. I just thought if he'd have just layered it over the top a little bit more, but you can't expect perfection.
You know what? You can excuse an interception.
The ball squirting out of his hand. Very frustrating. I get it. It's raining. But don't you have a plan to keep the ball dry? You bring your own ball.
John, right? You can excuse an interception on the first drive. Do you know what I mean? It happens. If it's early, you're okay. You can come back from that.
Sure.
But
and we've seen it before.
When you're driving for 7, it's tough. But if you're already down on the scoreboard, that's even tougher.
I just thought it was a throw he could have made, but oh well, shit happens. The fumble that when he picked it back up when he dribbled it to himself, it squirted right out of his hand. The ball where he fumbled trying to give it to Bill at the end of the football game came out of his hand funny. He never quite got a grip on it, and it just looked to me, especially on that play, since they showed it to us 1,000 times and slowed it all down. The ball is just wet, and I get it. By the end of the fourth quarter, the ball's going to be wet. But that was in the freaking second quarter that ball comes squirting out of his hand like that, and that never happens. So I'm kind of, the conspiracy theory in me thinks nobody was keeping the balls dry. Nobody thought to put a towel on the ball or anything. Don't they have some kind of fucking special anything on the sideline that they can put the ball in just to keep the rain off of it? Damn, it seems to be the easiest thing in the world.
Put it back in a box.
One of the first things humans decided to do after they stood up.
A new job,
I got to scratch my ass, and then they said, I need a roof. It's going to fucking rain.
You can be the ball dryer for the Washington Commanders.
I'd take that job title.
I'm sure. Yeah, he
as
will.
long as it comes with season tickets.
Taking that job. Right. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
The ball squirting out of his hand like that in the second quarter to me was really odd. It just doesn't happen like that. He's got a big enough hand; he can hold a fucking ball, and it just came right on out of his hand.
For the we can call this Jaden's worst game, but it wasn't worse because of how he played. In my opinion, I think he had a very good stat line. He was accurate. He completed 19 of 26, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. But the 2 plays were big ones. And, the first one, like Scott was saying earlier, we can get over that. And we did. I mean, we got up, 2 scores on them, but unfortunately, when you're trying to close the game out and you got to protect the ball and,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, it's a boneheaded mistake on his part, and he 100% took ownership of it to his 100% credit. He didn't say anything about the conditions. He didn't say anything about the ball being wet. He did my job.
Sometimes we got to play in rain. We got to figure that out.
Yep,
maybe John, the new ball dryer.
I have I've got this amazing idea, Jesse. It's got to do with it's like a tent that they can put over the ball. Like on a row. Who's keeping them? Where are they? What are they? How many balls? The
NFL keeps the balls. They are NFL. The only balls that we are in control of are the kicking balls now.
Oh, because of Tom Brady.
When you've got 11 minutes or 11 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you are 14 points ahead, you should be able to ice.
It was 8 minutes. They were still ahead, wasn't it? It was like 8:34 when dipshit ran his fucking play.
Well, then it was like wasn't it 6 something when DeAndre Smith got the touchdown? There was only 6 minutes left, and there was
10:26. I'm looking at it.
We fumbled it when it was like 3 minutes or 2.
It was
coming on the 2-minute warning, and we were
20 when we fumbled
down in the game. If we got that first down, the game's over.
I tell you, old guy moment here. There it was right there. But no, old guy moment.
He was doing an Ertz.
I can remember in 1991, all right, when we went to the Super Bowl, we played the Bears. We ended up on the cover of Sports Illustrated the very next week because we went 6-0 after defeating the Bears. And at the very end of the game, they fumbled, and Alvin Walton jumped on it, right? And we were able to do the same thing. And I kept thinking of that last night watching it. And I know that nobody else out there, except maybe 1 or 2 people, are old enough to have been able to figure out this YouTube thing and be able to tune into this. But that's where I was with that, and I felt like that all fucking day. That it's just we got bad shit, bad juju's going to happen. 3 turnovers like that, we don't make any fucking turnovers. We were talking about offense, and I got all off the topic.
I mean, I thought we were going to lose the game, but I thought it was going to be a shootout. I really thought it was going to be
but we didn't know the weather was going to be that bad.
That's true. That's true. Because the rain was unexpected. It was supposed to have already been through by then.
Yeah.
But there were some remnants of the nor'easter that and I had thought the rain would play into our favor. Like, we'll be able to run the ball.
We'll be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
They were able to
run the ball. We tried to run the ball. We couldn't really run the ball.
Hell no. They were able to run the ball. They opened up channels in our fucking defense.
I am more pissed off about this defense.
Absolutely.
Than anything.
Agreed.
Absolutely. More pissed off than Matt Gay.
I mean,
he
had a 52-yarder in the fucking rain and wind.
Post.
Yeah. I mean, but seriously, the defense, we can't stop anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, if I can find the bet, I'm putting money on Dallas plus 50.
Okay.
I am.
Look, yesterday is a game. I hate the word should. Jesse, I've been on this podcast. I think I said that the first time I was on here with you and Keith. The word should is horrible when it comes to football.
We should have won that game.
You make that kick, all right, you hold on to that fumble. I mean, dude,
we're the far superior team.
And we block a field goal. You should win. I can't even say it. You
should have won that game.
I hate that.
We were the far superior team, superior coaching staff. superior level offense, a superior quarterback. I think even still a superior defense. Their defense isn't that good. It really isn't.
No, they just came. They looked like they were more ready to play.
Yeah.
They're coming off a bye. They got to work on some stuff, right? So, who was it I was talking to today? Somebody who just says you should read the Comba. He's something. He's a dude that we follow on X. Said that he has a friend that says the season is drunk, and I thought that that's exactly right. It's all fucking topsy-turvy. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? So the Bears had all this terrible defense throughout September. They go have a bye. They fixed some shit, obviously, because they showed up ready to play, and they smacked our run game. They were able to beat us at the line of scrimmage on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, right there. And
Jaquan Brisker or Javon Brisker should be suspended for terrible. The rest of the season for what he tried to do to our quarterback.
Yeah,
as well. That's fucking awful. Uncalled for.
Do you think there's anything? Do you think there's anything in the way that it's people are talking on socials again about that? They've kind of we laid a brick, or an egg, whatever you want to call shit ourselves, whatever you want to say, because we knew the opportunity was there to top the East. And it's
I don't think that.
Do you think that plays into it at all?
Honest to God, I think at this level,
not with this team.
No, when you talk about a choke, right? What was the way I heard it that it was put? That if you're doing things that you know how to do and you're doing them wrong, that's when you're choking. All right, or something like that. I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I don't think that they are in a choke mode. I just think that they're kind of lost. I think that they're a little hungover from last year's success. I think that when it doesn't go their way, they get a little surprised, especially on defense. I think that they're just expecting that Jaden's going to be able to do it every time, and that when he has a game like that, they get beat to the punch, man, and they just are. And we got to look at Joe Witt.
I think it's regressed. I think the defense has regressed massively.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing, Scotty. I would rather have last year's defense.
100%. And I think it's more team.
That's what I think about the defense.
There you go, boys. That's a virgin for you.
That's probably put me off my stride. It just when you had like Frankie Louver flying around, Wagner was tackling well. The back end, you're thinking, this is
been awful.
We're going okay. He's been terrible this season.
He had a couple of plays yesterday, and then he didn't. Then he got beat.
He hit Caleb, and you were like, "Wow, yeah, he's hit Caleb great." But that was about it.
He was lucky he didn't get a flag on that play because he stood over him and posed. He broke it fast enough that nothing happened, but he did. They could have easily flagged him. And I thought, honest to God, at the first half especially, the refs, I thought, damn, they got money on us, man, because they were throwing every goddamn thing they could think of. What did they call them? An illegal formation on a touchdown, called back a touchdown?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you think it's a recruit? Do you think this is a recruitment problem because of Ron's era, or is it because we've just gone right? We'll get veterans in because we think we're better than what we are on 1-year deals, and now the depth is finally showing up because of injuries.
We had no choice to do what we have to do in the free agent market, just because of the condition that roster was in,
and the condition of the free agent market.
And I think it's a mixture of that and Joe Witt being a terrible defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think that's a part of it. When you see the problems that they're having, I mean, I don't think that they've got a bunch of schmucks running around out there. I don't think they're just a bunch of sorry-ass players. Right now, in past years, we've just had some sorry-ass motherfuckers out there running around, and we hope that they're going to be any good. But this year, I don't think that they're all that sorry. They're just not playing cohesive football. They don't seem to have the slightest clue as to what the hell's going on, and everything works against them unless they are able to bully up front. And when they get bullied up front, they get beat all over the place, and they got beat all over the place yesterday, which is aggravating because you're right. Caleb did not have a good game. I kept thinking to myself, he's going to throw us one. He might throw us two. He's done it all damn season, but nope. We don't know how to get a turnover. Are we missing Cam Curl?
No, I think. See, I like our who's our safety? You got hurt.
Harris. Harris.
Yeah,
Will
Harris. I like Harris
Harris.
better than Chin. Chin is known for big hits. He had a big hit last week, but he hasn't been very good either.
The Raiders are terrible.
At least that's what the Raiders people are saying.
Right.
Uh
So, all right, defensively, how do you fix it? Because, like I said, I don't think we have terrible players.
You relieve Joe Witt of his play calling duties for a start. That's the
There's
first
one.
thing you need to do.
I mean, how is it that you can continually have communication issues? Hey, from Leicester, England. Hey, what's up, David?
Dave, I appreciate you being
lazy
here. I don't think Cliff called a bad game at all. They were prepared to stop the run. We tried to run.
Yeah,
we couldn't. We even threw in a little bit of razzle dazzle. I think we got Lane in on. It was kind of like a fake here, fake this.
Fucking Jaden doing a 360 for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
he did a 360 handoff.
I really did thought, we've been in games where like they need to run the ball more. They need to run the ball more.
They tried.
I think they tried. I think they did an adequate job. And to be honest with you, I thought it was a good mesh. And again, our offense did enough to win this game. Our defense didn't. And a couple of the mistakes.
Right. You
together with that
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stop yourself with a fumble. You stop yourself with I could quibble and say, like I said, I love how they tried to establish the run. I haven't seen the stats. I don't know, Scott, if you haven't pulled up. How many total run plays did we have? Because I don't think too many of Jaden's last night were just out-and-out scrambles.
Ding, ding, ding. I talked about this, James, last week.
Wait a minute. I got to read what he says. Otherwise, the people that are listening don't know what the hell he's talking about. So hold on here. James says, it seems that we are able to get to the quarterback. It can paper over our cracks elsewhere, as in any other team. Go ahead, Jess. You were saying.
Yeah, I know. We called this. I talked about this on our preview show. It seems like when we are able to get to the other team's quarterback, it fixes everything. Doesn't fix everything. It puts pressure and everybody plays better, and it hides some of the mistakes that are happening. But go back and if you go back and just look at the Chargers game, for instance, that all 22. I thought Lattimore played the best out of all of them, but they still didn't play good. Receivers were running wide open. And let me go back to that comment. I think it was by our buddy David. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't think it can. And Sanders still.
You got to read it first.
Washington cannot turn this defense around. That Sanders still is garbage, and that number suits him. Zero. This year, absolutely. We are receiving a different Sanders still this year. He is the worst on the defensive side of the ball so far.
Yeah. Man, I tell you what. So, Mikey, no fans in Leicester, England. Jesus Christ. No fan club out there. All right, I'll tell you what. Before we get to some head smacks and butt pats, I do have a top 10 since we were bringing up Joe Witt there. So if you relieve Joe Witt of his play calling duties, who do you want to take over? I mean, Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator at his heart, right?
There's plenty of defensive minded coaches on this team that have. Quinn's brought in a good amount of experienced coaches on this team, so there will be a coach on there that will be able to take over play calling if Quinn did not want to do that.
Yeah, I'd say let Quinn do it. And honestly, it can't get any worse because they really don't know what the fuck they're doing out there. All right, so we do have a top 10 here this week. Let's see. Let me move us around here.
Anthony Lynn could do it, but Jesse maybe?
Yeah, he's more offensive side of the ball, but I'm thinking our linebackers coach. Shit, why can't I fucking think of his name?
Ken Norton.
Ken Norton. Yeah, Ken Norton.
All right. So here's our top 10 for the week. Top 10 things Joe Witt can say this week. Happy. All right. So there you go. The top 10 things that Joe Witt might say this week so that we can make some people happy. And Jesse, don't touch it.
I'm not. Hands are crossed. I promise.
All right, here we go. All right, top 10 things Joe Witt can say this week that might make some people happy. Number 10, I've taken a job in the Philippines and I need a ride to the airport right now. That's a good one. All right, let's see. Number 9, top 10 things Joe Witt can say that might make people happy. Get the hell out of here, Jimmy. There's no way that's a real bear. Here, hold my beer. The number 8 thing Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. Hey, what happened to my brakes?
Jesus Christ.
Remember,
Wow.
people, I'm not
went
telling you
dark.
anything now. People can draw their own conclusions as to what that means. Hey, what happened to my brakes? The number 7 thing that Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. Maybe instead of blaming mean people on social media for making my players sad, I should see if any of them have any ideas.
Very true.
There'd
be plenty of them.
Make a lot of them very happy. All right, the number 6 thing that Joe Witt can say that might make people some happy this week. What do you mean I've been traded to Ukraine? Do they even have a team? All right, number 5. The number 5 thing Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. I've been getting secretly paid by Jerry Jones to sabotage the Commanders. You're goddamn right. I've had me a goddamn mole in there.
That could make some sense.
Tell you something. Now, you know, I done fucked up everything with Micah, but I got this one going. All right, the number 4 thing Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. I have a confession to make. My name is Leonard Bartz, and I'm an insurance salesman from St. Louis. 2 years ago, the intern who was supposed to meet Coach Witt at the airport picked me out instead, and I just went with it. So there. The number 3 thing Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. Oh, hell, that's a rattlesnake, Jimmy. Get the fuck out of here. Hold my beer. The number 2 thing that Joe Witt might say this week to get some people some happy. How did I get here? He says, slowly waking up in a Tijuana basement.
Ooh.
And the number 1 thing that Joe Witt can say that might make some people happy this week. So you got the Big Mac and fries. Do you want that to be a large combo meal? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-ta. All right, so let's see. We're done with that, and we're
We
back
do
to
have to
the show
do
now.
something. We do have to do something with Joe Witt, though. He just needs help.
We need some music for that bit. Something to run in the back of it. That just sounds.
You're right, Scott. Something needs to change because.
And I don't necessarily. The problem is Witt doesn't go on the field. I get that he's not missing tackles. He's not the one who's doing that. But it's the assignments. It's the constant press conferences of hearing him saying, "Well, we're talking to each other. You know, we need to be better on communication. We need to ball his life. We need to get interceptions." Fuck off. Just come out and tell us we were shit.
Or
open and honest, right? We're changing
basic.
we're doing something basic. We're pulling it back. We're doing whatever we can to make it better. I mean, Christ, it's like I'd be more impressed if the coaches came out and said we laid an egg. That's it. Simple as that. They were terrible. I didn't get them prepared. It was my fault. Blah blah blah. But nobody's going to do that because it's accountability again, and we're at this stage where players need to be accountable. Coaches need to be accountable. Why is it every first quarter in every game we are absolutely shite from start to finish?
We're 2 scores down the last 3 straight games, instantly, just like that. Bing, 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 bing. And it's aggravating. Like I said, the script works for everybody. Peacecraft is here. What's up, bud? I can't put it all on Witt. It's personnel.
All right, I'm going to disagree with this a little bit.
Go ahead.
Now, do we have a plus top?
We don't have anybody
in edge rusher elite? No, we don't. But we have enough out there to at least be an average team.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be perfect? Are we going to be an elite defense? No. But the talent that we have accumulated when it comes to Frankie Louvu, we've seen it happen. We've seen him play at a top notch. When it comes to a Lattimore, when it comes to a Sanders still, Amos, I mean, he hasn't played bad as a rookie. Mm-hmm. And we have experienced safeties out there. I'm sorry. This team should be better. When you go and you can see that they are put with the positions that they're put in are the wrong fucking positions for that particular play. That's not on the team. That's on coaching. When they're playing fucking man, but they give a 8 yards cushion when you have press man quarters, that's not on that's not on the personnel. That's on coaching.
Mm-hmm. David Clark says, I'm 71 years old with 2 buggered knees, and I could catch a ball for a first down if my opponents are stood off me by 20.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. That's not on. That's the play call. That is the call that is played, man.
It's like Clark with the reception there, Troy. What do you think of that? That's there, Joe. God, did you see Joe?
The rookie out of Leicester.
Ridiculous. Joe wants me to believe he's a redhead now. Get the fuck out of here, you clown. All right, but if the corners are getting burnt every play, what are you going to do? Now, look, last night I didn't think Lattimore played bad. He didn't get his name called.
I thought Amos was pretty good.
I thought that Amos played all right. They did have breakdowns, but honestly, I think in the secondary, my biggest gripe coming in right now is on fucking his name's getting out of my head. On Quan Martin.
Yeah.
Listen, Peacecraft, when every corner gets burnt, every single one of them, if you're putting one-on-one with a receiver, probably 8 out of 10 times the receiver is going to win if they have the time. It's a collection of things that have to happen. This game is for the offense to score points. Yeah. It really is. It's geared towards the offense to score points. So the defenses the corners is the worst fucking job in the NFL, being a corner. Because you don't know what the play is. You don't know how they are telling them to sign up and what their assignments actually are, especially if they're playing fucking zone. You have to be able to, when you have other people or receivers switching side, you have to be able to switch off, and they're not doing that. There's a lot that goes into it.
They're doing it poorly. They're like Wagner. Get out of the chair and chase that guy.
There's a lot that goes into it than just he's getting burned every time.
There's a clip going around today of Quan Martin from the All-22 angle where they have this little play fake and it's a fucking sweep out to the right-hand side or to the left, excuse me. And Quan goes chasing off after Caleb. He's the only guy on the field that does. He bites it. Looks like he bites as hard as can be and chases the absolute wrong way of the play. I think it's almost like a 20-yard run. It's like a 15 to 20-yard run.
Yeah.
But, when you say we don't know what they're doing, I mean, neither does Joe Witt. But he might have been spying on that play. That's the thing. We can look at things and think we see what we think we see, but that's for true. And by the way, David Clark over here, once again, by the way, that photo of me is only 5 years old. Not bad for 66. I'm not sure who he's trying to pick up here. But
when you hear players, when you hear players say reading their keys, okay, where those keys come from?
I know
what their coaches are telling them to read.
Right.
It's coming through the green dot helmet, which is Bobby Wagner on the field.
It's coming from what they see all week long in film and everything like that. They, when they're looking,
the coaches are teaching them to look for.
Right.
But this is what I'm saying. This doesn't excuse the tackling, Jesse, and that goes back to coaching again.
That's true.
You have to go back to basics.
Dan Quinn with the Legion of Boom used to tackle so well because they brought in martial artists to teach them how to grapple and take down. Right? When you watched the Legion of Boom, they leveled the fucking boom for sure. But once that ball got into somebody's hands, they didn't go anywhere. They were immediately taken down, and not by some clown that's torpedoing in there with his shoulder out and his eyes closed. We're not some dope that's over on the fucking sidelines playing patty cake with a running back that weighs 205 pounds. They knew how to tackle, and it's aggravating to me that this such a fundamental thing on a Dan Quinn defense is such a problem. All right,
moving along.
I know, yeah, Jesse, you got some things to do, so we did promise a short show. So we are going to take it along here and move it along to some butt pats and head slaps if we can come up with it. I just got to find my stuff here. Here we go.
That's
Get
out of here.
Butt pats. Attaboy. Head smash.
Get out of here.
Scotty, since you haven't been here in so long, we're going to start with Jesse.
That's fine.
Jesse, you got any butt pats on offense?
I do. Luke McCaffrey. He has really, truly started to step up into his role. One thing I saw today coming from Next Gen Stats, Luke has had an average of 10.1 yards per separation. Yeah, that one touchdown does skew that a little bit, but that's per route run. He played pretty much, I think, the whole entire game. He was a starter. This goes back to last year. If you're a crazy guy that likes to watch all 22 like myself, dude just gets open. He just gets open. And
that's not even
talking about how great he is on special teams. Luke's going to get you to the 40-yard line every fucking time he catches a kickoff.
Yeah, I said that last night in our chat while we were watching, and we had the same thought almost at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start calling him Mr. 40 because he gets us there every kickoff return. And I tell you what, I totally agree. That's too bright. He's been open, and we've been talking about this as to why he doesn't get the targets. It's never been a matter of can he catch it. We don't know. He's never been able to get the targets. And this year, Terry's been out. He's had an opportunity. He's made the most of it. He's got, 3 touchdowns now in the last 3 weeks? Fantastic. All right. Who you got, Scott?
Real quick. Preach guy says, when Terry comes back, I wonder if they put Debo back there again. I don't think you risk it.
No. Not when you've got
maybe if there's like a big moment like Santana Moss used to do, or Deshaun Jackson used to do, with punt. But I think Luke's good back. That's a good role for Luke.
Yeah, I think right now, even if we had an emergency situation like that, I'm still leaving my guys back there. Luke could kick off, and I'm going to leave.
I think Luke will break one before the year's over with. Luke's going to score a kickoff return touchdown before the year's over with.
There's so many times where, not yesterday so much, but Bill is like a shoestring away from breaking one, or Luke is a tackle away from being able to get a shot at getting around the kicker. He's going to get one. All right, so Luke McCaffrey for you there, Scotty.
Attaboy. Well, it's for Jesse, but yeah, for me, I was going to go with Luke. I would give a half cheek slap if you want instead of a butt pat to Chris Moore. Got a touchdown, but he's got he went to hands like concrete blocks. I mean, what was he doing? He dropped a couple of.
I think he dropped one, but one of them was a really good play by the defender, and he slapped the ball before he could get to Chris.
Yeah, that's.
But true. That was a great catch, great throw, great catch.
Yeah,
I don't know how he caught it. I mean, it was really just terrible technique. He had it pinned against his shoulder like a little kid holding a football, with both points sticking up and out. But he got the knee down, so 1 knee equals 2 feet. That's what they say.
Debo dropped an easy pass as well.
I don't think Debo was totally right yesterday. On offense, I'm hestant to find anybody else to really give a butt pat to, except maybe Ertz.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I like Chris Paul. I was laughing last night because I'm telling you what, I was surprised. Really, you could use those black pants of his, and you could use them and make a planetarium out of it. You know what I mean? You could just put him up there. That man has got the largest ass.
I'm going to put this out there for all of our listeners. John has a fascination with his ass. Enormous. He talks about it all the fucking time.
We must have had this is now about the eighth voice message we've got.
If I'm Jaden, how do you not
3 times a week he's talking about fucking his ass?
I'm not talking about fucking his ass. I'm just talking about the enormity of his ass, and I'm telling you, it's got its own gravity. I'm surprised when Jaden's back there in shotgun, he doesn't start to just get drawn into that big black hole in front of him. Anyway, yeah, it was funny to me watching him last night with the black pants on, because when he sticks his ass up and he goes down in his stance, it's like, Jesus Christ, somebody parked a blimp down there. All right, so yeah, you can't help but give him a butt pat just because. Attaboy. It's out there. Anybody else got anybody else on offense they want to give a butt pat to?
No,
me neither. Wiley could have recovered that first fumble, but you got to be able to flatten out there, big boy. Couldn't do it. He was stuck on his head like a turtle. Oh, well. All right. I was thinking from his position and from where the guy came in to get the fumble, if he'd have shit himself right then and there, he'd have been able to get the ball, because that guy would have definitely had a problem. All right. What about let's go to defense. Who's going to get a butt pat on defense? Anybody? Jesse, you got anybody you're giving a butt pat to on defense?
Possibly give one to Dorrance Armstrong. I love Dorrance. He has a hamstring issue. He went out the game for a little bit, came back, got a sack, then went out the game again. No.
I hope it doesn't linger. Yeah. I'm hoping that's more because of the raw.
They signed this new guy. He came in. He was second round draft pick.
Jackson, is that his name?
Yeah, came in, got 3 sacks in one game for the 49ers, then tore his knee up and hasn't played since.
2 years he's been out. Patella injury. Also, apparently, we're having a cup of tea tomorrow with Traylon Burks.
So, they're not sitting still. I don't think that – now, this was a question – well, we'll get to that after Butt Pats and Head Smacks if we have a minute. We'll maybe get to that on Friday about whether we want to buy and sell at the trade deadline. All right, so what about you, Scotty? You got anybody on defense you want to give a butt pat to?
No one.
I'll give one to Lattimore. We didn't hear from him last night, and that's a good thing. So that's fine. Let's see. Handsome David Clark for 71 says he didn't get the fumble because he was bent over ready for somebody to park their bicycle in his hand. All right, he said it in a much more British and nice way. But I don't know what kind of bike parks you guys have over there in Leicester, but I'm not in Leicester, but I'm not sure I want to ride my knobby tires over there.
Amos did play okay. He's got a point there, David. He was okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We're going to move to head smacks on defense, or let's start with offense. Head smacks on offense. You got to give one to Jaden.
100%.
You got to give one to Jaden for not securing that football. Even if he just took the knee, make sure he catches that freaking thing after it's bobbling around, take the knee instead of trying to, here, you take it, hot potato. All right, so that's a universe.
Sorry, it's 2 fumbles in a row. 2 fumbles in a row. Both of them were costly. One, last week wasn't really costly because Sanders still, I think, bailed him out. But that was can't do that, man. Can't do that.
No. And they're both forced fumbles too, man. They're getting knocked out of there. I mean, he runs violent in the hole. He runs really. He's got a lot of activity in the hole, and I don't want him to stop that because I think that kind of energy is what breaks him loose a lot. And he manages to. Remember, we were talking last week. He shoots through those cracks, but you got to secure that ball, youngin. You got to put that ball away, and if it takes putting 2 hands up on that sucker, do it. All right, Scotty, who you got as a head smack?
I've got the whole offensive line, but specifically Wiley. Big penalty conceded. Couldn't catch that fumble, obviously, either, which didn't help. And then
didn't shit himself one when he could have.
He just had a horrible game. Tunsil was poor. Connolly was poor. Yeah, bad offensive line.
Bad offensive line. Bad. All right, so you got Bill. We got the offensive line. But that kind of covers everybody. I hesitate to put any really bad on the wide receivers. They did the best that they could with what they had. Moore did have a drop.
Jalen Lane played well. Debo, he's injured, so
Lane made
a drop. He had a key drop, but that's whatever.
Ertz played well. I thought Sennett played well.
He's become a really good blocker. Get them in 13 personnel, man. Him and Bates are fucking mauling people.
Yeah, I'll give you a nice little. There you go. All right, so special teams. Got to make sure everybody knows about that. Special teams. Other than the fucking kick, another great day. Really, all in all, they blocked a fucking field goal.
Kick return.
Yeah,
right.
that
they had good kick returns.
That kick was low though.
Well, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, you still got to block it, and they did. And it was just a way, really, where we could realize that Daron Payne was on the field. We were all like, oh, hey, there he is. He got the ball. What do you know? Other than that, you got anything left? I know you got places to be, so I don't want to keep us too long.
No.
Anybody got anything else they want to say to close this out? Anybody over here in the chat?
Are we just giving head smack to the whole entire defense?
Yes.
All right, head smack to the whole entire defense. Hold on, let me get back over here.
And Joe Witt.
Head smack to Joe Witt. Head smack to the whole defense. All right, let me take over here on the comments. Let's say Scott says, Scott, will you stay up for the Chiefs game and then Seahawks games? Lots of primetime games. Yeah, they really are trying to make Scott not be a fan.
Yeah, I've got time off the day after each game. So, yeah, I'll be up.
All right, so I think David's given I've lost myself on this thing over here. Let's see. Payday Pain. Payday Pain was okay, says Peacecraft. He blocked the kick. Okay, and then that's about the only reason why. there was really even only one play from Kinlaw last night, and just a poor game all the way around. So we got the Cowboys coming up. Let me go ahead and put our fucking music on here so we can get the hell out of here. All right, so we are actually going to finish this show just ahead of an hour tonight because Jesse has someplace to be that's very important. We're going to go ahead and let him get loose and go do it. We will be back on Friday afternoon, Friday evening, 5:30 p.m. here on the eastern coast of the United States. And we're going to discuss this upcoming game with the Cowboys. We're going to figure out whether or not we're going to stop the track meet that they're going to bring to us and whether or not Jaden can have his first 500-yard passing day. Scotty, what time are you guys on? You guys doing the 1 Point Safety Show? You and Scouts.
Thursday, 9:00.
Thursday, 9:00 here on the Eastern Seaboard for all of our friends in the UK. Oh no, 9:00. What?
9:00 our time, 4:00 your time.
Oh, there you go. 9:00 UK time for all of our UK friends, and for anybody else that's over there in Europe, you can figure out whatever time it's on for you. I think for people in Sweden, it is on at and we'll just leave it at that. Peace Crash says, I'm with Jesse. Put a parlay on Cowboys offense and make some money off our poor play.
Well, I will.
Yeah, we're going to find out. I'll tell you what, come in here on Friday.
I need spending money in Spain.
That's right.
Yeah, you too.
That's right. Jesse wants a poncho. So, all right, we will see everybody on Friday where we'll have ourselves a little bit more fun and talk about the Commanders later.